going to show you the best way to have your child read to you. It's important to have your child read a little bit to you every day. There are some tips that might help you to make this time more successful. One thing, sit close to your child so that you can both share the book together. It's also important to try to pick the same time each day. Maybe right before bed. Do you like to read right before bed?
Yeah.
That's a good time then. She can read a little bit to me right before she goes to bed each night. Also, let your child be an actress when she reads. If there's a funny part, she can read in a funny voice. If there's a part that's serious or scary, you can put on your scary voice if you want. Also, if your child has any difficulty, that's okay. Reading may be hard for your child. Feel free to step in and lend a hand. Don't let your child struggle too much over the words. Give your child some helpful hints of how to figure that word out. And make it a really enjoyable bonding time together. So, why don't you read a little bit for me? Which one would you like to read? There's a Rocket in My Pocket. Now this is by somebody very famous, isn't it? Dr. Seuss, you got it.
Did you ever have the feeling there's a wasket in your basket?
A wasket in your basket.
Or a neural in your burrow? Or a wasket in your closet? Sometimes I feel quite certain there's a curtain in the curtain.
What's a curtain?
Sometimes I have the feeling there's a lock behind the clock.
Wait a minute. Do you have any locks behind your clocks?
No.
What's a lock?
I don't know.
I don't know. You know what? But I bet if we look at the picture, we can figure it out. What do you think a lock is?
Something stripy and pink.
Yeah, some little creature.
And that Zelf up on the shelf. I have talked to him myself. That's the kind of house I live in. There's a mink in the sink and a vamp in the lamp. And they're rather nice, I think.
I like the way you did that with your voice right there.
Some of them are very friendly, like the yacht in the pond.
Do you think you would like to have any of these creatures at your house?
Yeah, but not that one.
Not that one. Okay, we'll have to find out why not.
In the bottle. Some are friendly, some are not.
Oh, I understand
that
why.
one's not.
He is not friendly at all.
I like that Zabel on the table and that gear under the chair. But the Bofa on the sofa, well, I wish he wasn't there.
I like the way you read that too. That was a nice expression. Why doesn't he want the Bofa to be on the sofa? What do you think?
Because he's eating his snacks and he's using up most of the space.
That's
and
right.
He's using that, and I think he really wants that to be on his feet.
I agree.
He will probably want some snacks because he's hungry too.
That's right. He's not sharing much
No.
at all. So I wouldn't really want to have him at my house either. You just did a great job of reading. We did not finish reading this story right now. But as you can see, if we had some time right before bed, she would probably read this whole book. In fact, she would probably read a few books to me, I think. We spent some time talking a little bit about the story, and if there was any problems she might have had, I would have stepped in and helped her out. I hope you have a wonderful time reading with your child at home. It's one of the most important things you can do to help your child become a great reader. Here's another fun reading idea. Again, after reading stories, it's always important to talk about what you've read. So we're going to do something called retelling. Retelling is often what teachers use to determine in school if your child understands what they've read. It's really talking about the different parts of a story. But we're adding to this a little bit by using a retelling bracelet. Each of the colors stands for a different part of the story. So we're going to be retelling the story we just read, The Three Little Pigs. So let's take a look at your bracelet. Our first color is tan. Tan, T for title. So what's the title of the story?
The Three Little Pigs.
Great. And sky blue, the S is for setting. What's the setting of the story?
Out.
Outside, you're right. How about the characters? Who are the characters in the story?
The Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf.
Mm-hmm. And purple for the problem.